Welcome to Reread. Today I'm going over 3 Boba Fett comic books written by John Wagner. I thought it was Wagner. And John Wagner, and drawn by Cam Kennedy. And John Wagner really knows how to write a Boba Fett story. Like all three of these, they connect to each other, even though they have different titles. It's all part 1, part 2, and part 3 of an ongoing story arc a little bit. And they're really good, meaning John Wagner doesn't put too much dialogue in there. He lets Cam Kennedy's art shine. He lets the action take place. He really has a good balance when writing these stories. And now that I'm thinking about it, I need to look and see what else John Wagner has done. He may be up there in my top 5 comic book authors now that I'm thinking about it. Anyway, the first comic book is called Bounty on Bar-Kuda. Gorga, the Hutt, falls in love with another Hutt. I guess that Hutt just turned female and he fell in love with her, but she has a father, and it's kind of weird. I mean, this is before they knew exactly what Hutts were like, you know, how they can kind of change genders over time. However, I have a theory. There are different types of Hutts, like there's different types of tadpoles and frogs. Okay, hear me out. Some male, female, some turn female and get pregnant. So that could be it too. So I think the Hutts are like that, even though I don't think that was ever explained in a source book, but you could easily explain that away. Anyway, Gorga's in love. He finds out who she is, who her father is, and he wants to woo her and get her father's approval. Well, he knows there's this pirate called Bar-Kuda who is awful, has really been given this Hutt, her dad, a run for his money. So if he can take out Bar-Kuda, he can win the hand of this beautiful Hutt princess or whatever. So he hires Fett to take out this big pirate. Fett does that by capturing a magician who fakes his own death when he finds out Boba Fett's after him, but he doesn't fool Boba Fett. Boba Fett digs him back up, injects him with something to wake him back up and goes, "Come on, you're coming with me." And I love that because Fett can't be fooled. Now, he got this magician because he used to be with Bar-Kuda's crew. And so this magician has this, it's called the hoop trick. It's like a little thing you can transport someone from one place to the next with it, and no one knows how it works. It's magic. I don't care. And so Boba Fett has him do his trick, and Bar-Kuda wants to see the hoop trick, and Bar-Kuda wants to see how it works. So he goes up on stage, and they all knew this was going to happen. He sticks his hand in there. Meanwhile, Boba Fett is in another location who has taken out some of Bar-Kuda's thugs, and he's waiting for Bar-Kuda to walk through that hoop. When Bar-Kuda sticks his head in and doesn't walk in, his whole body gets sucked through, and his people are like, "What's going on?" So the magician runs in there too, where of course Boba Fett and Bar-Kuda are you know, just going at it with each other, and Boba Fett's trying to take him down. Bar-Kuda is he's got like a whale's head and a big giant mouth and everything, really vicious and everything. They fight. Of course, Boba Fett's going to capture him and give him to Gorga the Hutt for his ransom money. Meanwhile, Gorga's going to ask for the girl's hand in marriage. The father goes, "Why should I consider you?" He went, "First, let's talk about this over dinner." And it's Bar-Kuda with like an apple in his mouth, kind of cooked. His back is sliced up like they're gonna eat him. And you know, his feet are torn off like a turkey or whatnot. He's been totally skinned. Kind of, I know what they're going for, but kind of weird that they ate him. Other than that, though, I thought it was pretty good. The next one, and this takes right after that, is when the fat lady swings, and Gorga's wife is now married to her. She gets kidnapped. He hires Boba Fett to retrieve her. Meanwhile, Bar-Kuda, Bar-Kuda's brother, is pissed that Boba Fett has killed his brother, so he's after revenge. And he and Boba Fett have a big throwdown where Boba Fett eventually just shoots at the ceiling, a grenade launcher at the ceiling, and just brings down the house on top of Bar-Kuda. Now, is he dead? No, of course he's not. But that's kind of how that one ends. But and of course, Boba Fett, of course, frees the Hutt girl and gives it back to the Gorga for the fee. And then as they're going off, her dad is still bad talking Gorga. "I can't believe I let my daughter marry someone who would allow her to get kidnapped." And Fett goes, "Do you need me to know the job?" He went, "Not now, but soon." You know, like the father-in-law is going to be next. And in the third book, Murder Most Foul, he does hire Boba Fett to kill the father-in-law, offer him a little bit of money. Boba Fett says, "I'll take 1/10 of that." He asked for $500,000 credits. He said, "I'll take 1/10 just to see." He said, "No guarantees. I just want to see if it's possible. But I can't guarantee I'll kill him." So he gets the $50,000. He goes, he storms through the Hutt's fortress, has him at gunpoint, can kill him right then and there, but doesn't say, hey, there's a bounty out for you. You need to watch out. He said, but, if you, so he paid him, he had that Hutt pay him $600,000 for that heads up tip. So Fett was true to his word. He said $50,000 doesn't guarantee. He did look into seeing how easy it was to kill the Hutt, but it wasn't a guarantee to kill him because he saw he could make more money. Anyway, as Boba Fett leaves and goes into a bar, Bar-Kuda actually climbs the tower where that Hutt is and slaughters him, like eats him up or something. It was like bits. Again, another gruesome scene as Boba Fett comes back because everyone thinks it was Boba Fett who killed the Hutt. And Boba Fett goes back and sees like bites taken out of him, his head's gone, most of his tail's chewed off. You're like, that's kind of grim. What's this about eating people? Anyway, he finds out Bar-Kuda's still alive, and as Bar-Kuda is going to kill the Hutt princess and Gorga, Boba Fett saves him. Now, Gorga thinks it's because, hey, Fett, we're cool, right? He's like, no, it wasn't for that. He said, I didn't go to protect you. I just know Bar-Kuda is going to keep coming after me, and I want to stop that threat. And basically, he just goes away. Now, as he's finally killed Bar-Kuda, there is a little short alien who's always been the one. He's Bar-Kuda's best friend. He's like, yeah, Bar-Kuda, let's get him. Yeah, go, go, go. He's kind of annoying. But, Fett just basically punts him when he threatens Fett. I'm going to kill you for hurting my friend. And Fett just kicks him over into a pool or a puddle or something and then goes away. And then it ends with the little alien going, I swear to you, I will have my revenge. I don't think they ever continued this story. If they did, I just don't remember. But it looked like it was leading on to something that maybe this little, small little alien is going to get revenge on Boba Fett. If they never did that story, they should have, because I would have been interested on this. Now, overall, I love these 3 one-shots that kind of go in together as a Boba Fett trilogy of comic books. I think they're really good. I'm sure they're collected in some Boba Fett trade paperback, but they're definitely worth reading. I remember each time they came out with a Boba Fett book back then, I was going, oh, don't ruin him, and each one I enjoyed. The same is true during my reread. I loved them all. Excellent stuff. All right, folks, that's it for now. See you next time.